This is the page we reached last Monday. We have MN1. All right, and also we have MN1 with fixed time. All right, so here we have the fixed events. Well, so I ask you to have the possible running for the two programs. So I think maybe all of you've ever tested, or maybe you have some problem. I think you can continue. Actually, this one, I want to ask you about the problems. Maybe for some problem, this one, I think I cannot reach it. Actually, today, we don't need to use it, so we can go to the next one. Well, this one, we talk about the simulation of a single server queuing system. Therefore, let's check the possible phenomenon by checking the simulation output. All right, so this one, numbers will vary each time, and actually why? Because it is simulation. Okay, so because of simulation, then we just have the estimate of the quantities. And next one, we have the input parameters. If we have the different input parameter, actually we will change the results. So I think this one, it's easy. And actually, for the current system, we study steady state characteristic, but sometimes we will have a transient behavior, and that one actually is not the same as this one. So currently, we talk about the steady state characteristics of the system. And right now, we have two rules to stop the simulation. One, once we reach number of events. And two, if we have the specified time of simulation, if we want to stop it, we can set the threshold for the time. Well, so right now, let us use the following event graphs to define how to have the possible stats, and so that we have the corresponding actions for the simulations. Well, here we have these. We have arrival for MN1. And actually, we have event of departure, same for MN1. And possibly you may have a question, how about server? Actually, the server is included in this event. So we don't take care of the possible state of server specifically. You should understand we don't have the state for the server explicitly. Not explicitly, it doesn't mean we don't need to include the possible action of server. Actually, we have the action of the server, but after that one, then we will have a departure. Well, this is the defined event graph. I think you can think about for the fixed number of events. In fact, we follow this one. Actually, even we have the number of simulation time, we can have some similar one, but we'll change it to this one. So if we have a number of time specified and then we need to stop the simulation, it's this one, end simulation. Therefore, we have the event of arrival, departure, and end simulation. So this is a version. And this one, actually, we don't have it. However, in fact, you can have a different event if we want to define server. All right, so if I want to have the event for server explicit. All right, so if we want to have the server state explicitly, and then we can have this one. To have this one, then look at this. Previously, I didn't know the operations of the server is included in the event of departure. So right now we want to expand. To expand, then we have this. If we have this, can we have the separate event of the server? Actually, no, because the server determines the departure. After departure, then we have some changes to the server. So of course here we have the way to show the event of the server, and so that we call this event enter service. Well, so we don't have this version. However, if you want to have the version, you can try to expand. And in fact, let us show this. For MN1, actually we have a queue and we have a server. And then we have a departure. So we have arrival, departure, and right now it's server. And server included in this event. Well, this is the event graph. So this is the event graph for this kind of operation with the server explicitly. Well, you can consider how to extract the event to have enter service explicitly, and then you can have this kind of variant. Well, that's it. So this is the MM1 simulation. We already have the code, have the idea and the code first, and then we already have the event graph for talking about the further discussions.